Advice for parents. So let's talk about being the parent of someone who has a mental health diagnosis or even a physical one. Suffering doesn't discriminate. Step number one. If you care so much about whether or not you did something to damage your child, chances are you didn't. Because a parent who truly damages their child will always have this thing of like, I didn't do anything, it wasn't me. So step number one is you have to get rid of the guilt. And the difficulty is, do you acknowledge the disorder or do you encourage them despite the disorder? And that's a very difficult one to be in because you are never, ever, 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 ever going to get society's approval. Everything that you do is always going to be wrong. Everyone has opinions, no one has solutions, and no one's willing to bend over and pick up a broom to help. So you have to navigate those according to the child that is in front of you. What do they need? Sometimes the best solution is taking the child head on and just going for the throat. Metaphorically, people please. But other times, you just need to leave it. I have worked with delinquents, I have worked with anger issues and explosive personalities and conduct disorder and violent teenagers. I've worked with the most amazing kids from the wealthiest families. They're all exactly the same. In the end, you need to go according to best interest practices. Now, what is that, I hear you ask? As a counselor, I have to go according to the best interest of my client. So, for example, a child under the age of 12 is not allowed to consent to a medical treatment, either psychology services, counseling, anything like that. A parent or a legal guardian has to assist. However, if, say, for instance, the client is like 11 and a half or something like that, and the child is mature enough to make their own decisions, and you as a professional feel like this child needs to make this decision by themselves because the parent is just going to, they are not going to choose correctly, they're going to choose to punish and not to help. Allowing the child to make their own decision is then best interest practice. So apply that logic to whatever situation you are finding yourself in currently. However, something that I find that helps a lot of times, especially with kids who have got problems, you have a disorder, you are not stupid. You have a disorder, you are just lazy. You understand something in that, like a power statement. I'm not denying that you have limitations, however, you're better than this. Try applying that type of love onto your child, where it's like, I believe in you, believe in yourself, and see if that works.